Hello, and welcome to this short yin practice for releasing any tightness in the hamstrings. And we're going to get into all parts of the legs, the inner thigh, the adductors, the hamstrings, of course. So hopefully you end up leaving this practice feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit more space in those hamstrings. And let's get right into it. So you're going to come to sit long ways on the mat with the legs stretched out in front of you. And also to, if you do have props like blocks and you like using them, feel free to grab those, but it's not necessary for practice. And so you're going to sit with those legs out long, and we're going to go into a caterpillar pose. So here you can bend the knees as much as you like or as little as you like. And we're going to reach the arms up above the head. And slowly you're going to fold over those legs, really trying to round and soften the back here. And if you do have a block, option to place a block between those knees to rest the forehead on. So you're really getting a stretch through this whole back body here. And remembering to focus on the breath. The deeper your breath is, the deeper you'll be able to move into this pose. And slowly taking your time, you're going to crawl back up over those legs, really gently here, removing any props if you were using them, and just placing those hands behind you, drawing the knees in, and maybe taking a couple windshield wipers from side to side, rocking those knees side to side here, maybe looking over one shoulder and then the other. And then returning back to center whenever you're ready. And we're going to return to this seated position with the legs out in front. And now we're going to move into a half butterfly. So you're going to grab that right foot and place the sole of the right foot on that left thigh. So you have that kind of triangle-like tree shape here. And if you have a blanket, you could always sit up on top of that here. And you might want to grab your blocks as well if you have them. And again, we're going to reach the arms up to the sky and then fold over that left leg. Option here to place blocks if you have them underneath the forehead, but definitely not necessary at all. You should really feel this in the left hamstring. And just allowing your back to soften and round here, really releasing any tension or any resistance. Remembering to breathe deeply here. And slowly taking your time, beginning to roll back up over that left leg. Gently stretching the right leg out to meet the left. And again, taking those windshield wipers from side to side, releasing that back a little bit. And really taking your time here, just breathing into any twist or any areas of tightness. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet back in that seated position so we can move into half butterfly on the other side. So you're going to grab that left foot and bring the sole of the left foot to the right thigh. So you're in that tree-like shape here. And even if you just want to stay up here like this, that's great. If you want to go a little deeper, you can begin to reach the arms up above and fold over that right leg any amount. An option again here to place a couple blocks if you have them underneath the forehead, but definitely not necessary here. And really trying to find a place of stillness. No need to go into the deepest expression of the pose. Just making sure you really feel it in that right hamstring. And relaxing and softening that spine here. Maybe softening even more here. And slowly beginning to crawl up that right leg whenever you're ready. No rush at all. And bringing that right leg in, crossing the legs, and we're actually going to come into a tabletop position here. Since we've been doing a lot of forward folding, we're just going to do some cat-cows here, creating an arch in the spine as you inhale, and then rounding the back as you exhale. And doing a couple of these at your own pace, or taking any kind of fluid movement, maybe making some circles with the hips, maybe stretching a leg out behind you, just taking whatever your body is needing at the moment. And whenever you feel complete, returning back to that tabletop position. And then we're going to come back into a seat on our mats. This time we're going to face the long way on our mat. And we're going to come into a straddle pose. So here, if you have any blanket or anything you want to sit on, that could be great to elevate the hips a little bit and create some more space, but not necessary again. And whenever you're ready, you're going to begin by stretching the left leg out to the side and then the right leg out as well. So you're in this wide leg straddle pose. And you can bend the knees as much as you like here. And if you want to stay upright here, that's great option. If you have blocks, you can always place them underneath the knees as well. And then whenever you're ready, you can begin to fold forward down the center. And you don't need to come far here at all, just whatever feels good. An option as well to place that forehead on some blocks again, but not necessary. And just resting here, really feeling the stretch in the inner thighs, and just dropping that head, softening the back, and relaxing here. This can be a challenging pose, so trying to focus on the deep inhale and deep exhale of the breath. softening even more. And really slowly taking your time, beginning to draw those hands back in, taking hold gently of those knees and just drawing them really slowly back to center. An option here again to take those windshield wipers. Can feel really good to look up to the ceiling here and just taking your time. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come to face forward on our mats. And we're going to come down onto our backs. So maybe hugging the knees into the chest and rocking a couple times side to side. And we're just going to do a couple really brief reclined twists here. So you're going to drop the knees over to the right and reach the left arm out into a T shape or a cactus shape, trying to keep that left shoulder on the mat and just breathing here. And slowly drawing the knees back to center. We'll move right into the other side. So dropping the knees over to the left and reaching the right arm out into a T shape. Trying to keep that right shoulder on the mat. And breathing into the twist. And slowly drawing those knees back to center. Here, maybe you want to take some circles with the knees one way and then the other. And from here, you can take any final poses or movement your body is needing before we move into Shavasana. So maybe you want to take a happy baby here to release those hips a little more. And then whenever you're ready, no rush at all, we're going to move into that Shavasana, final resting pose, coming to lie flat on the mat, and just surrendering into the earth. And if you have time, I definitely recommend staying in Shavasana here, but this is where we'll close class. So feel free to stay resting. And thanks so much for practicing with me today. I hope your hamstrings are feeling a bit looser, and I'll see you next time.